a long time, I think, till I grew up. I was like, maybe even 30. I didn't realize I was visual because, I used to, in school, we used to have this painting class. And my painting straight from 5th to 10th was into the art class, and there'll be this art exam. And I would have this standard painting where I will draw the grass, 3 mountains, 1 sun, 1 tree, and birds, and 1 river coming through this and that. This used to be, I had perfected that thing, and that's all I used to draw. And I used to think I'm not good at drawing or sketching or visual. And only I think after 30, which is probably a long time, I realized I was very visual. So I used to think very visual. I used to think in very visual ways. So, and then when I started doing something with the adults, and I started sketching. So I think maybe with the computer, I'll show you what I did. And then we will take from there and say, what would you guys like to do, right? Let's start, and then till the computer comes, we'll draw some simple things and see how easy it is to sketch, how difficult it is to sketch. So there are only 5 things you need to draw to really sketch. So I want, awesome. You can choose any color you want, and you can draw a point. Everybody knows a point? Point. Dot. Dot. Okay. A dot. A line. Dot. Line. Circle. Maybe I'll just also draw myself.
Not circle.
What?
So.
Circle.
A dot.
Sketch with this sketch pen.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, you can start. A dot. A line. What else did I say?
Circle.
Circle. Triangle.
Square.
And square. Are you also drawing, Siddharth?
Why should I draw?
Okay. Why should I draw?
I don't need anything to remind me this old useless shapes.
Old useless shapes. So in this old useless space, using these 5 simple shapes, you can draw anything you want.
Are these 2 shapes?
Pretty much anything you want. Okay. Some of them. Okay. Let's the triangle. Can anybody draw an arrow? Or we can draw a curve, which is a half circle. And we can draw rectangles. Okay. Right. So we can use this to draw pretty much anything. Can we draw a car, a house, a tree, and
Using these shapes only.
shoes? Any way you want.
Oh.
I can easily draw a car. You started?
Yeah. But whether it looks like actually look like a car. It should just look like a car. As we start growing older, we start to make sure that it looks like the code icon we saw. So just if you draw very simply, just using square boxes and all of them would look like a shoe. Anybody will look at this and say it's a car, right? Anybody will look at this as a house. So if you're trying to tell an idea or communicate using drawings, you don't have to draw like a life. This is not an art class. It doesn't have to look exactly like a car, right? The bar to actually draw is very low. So it's just very simple. If you draw 2 wheels and draw a structure and maybe a window, it's a car. A house, what do we draw? 1 triangle on top, 1 bottom, and 1 door and a window, right? And we all recognize it as a house, right?
How
So,
to draw a shoes?
Yeah, that's
How
all,
does
right?
your shoe
I mean,
look
draw
like?
as you want, but you don't need to really make it look like a lifelike, which is what you would do if it was an art. You were drawing a painting, or you were really trying to show a lifelike. When we are communicate, So like if you write words and you say you write words to communicate, and you can draw to communicate. So when you draw to communicate, it's very simple. You don't have to do much. You can just draw something that looks like a car, which you recognize and somebody else recognize, and you've told somebody it's a car. Okay.